Well, welcome everyone to this live streaming of Women's Premier League here, and as we were mentioning in the pre-call, here goes Rihanna Might, late, but never too late, and she makes her way to the table now. It's so good to have Imogen Briston with me. Imi, thank you for coming in. I know I've only got you for first half because you've got some really important life things to do later on. What do you got to do after this?
Yeah, thank you. I've got my sister's hen's night, and I'm actually a bridesmaid, so I do have to get there.
That's fantastic. And where will that start tonight? In the town or
no, in
at home?
Palmerston.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Okay, good one. So, Emma, you'll be giving us some insights into both teams. You obviously played a long time for Darwin Olympic. You're playing with the NT Yapas. You're a very proud Aboriginal woman, and you're also out at the moment injured. And I just want to quickly talk about your injury and how it's going.
Yeah, no, it's going good, recovering good. I had a doctor's appointment yesterday, and the first thing I said is, when can I play soccer again? That'll be round 12 against Port Darwin. So
Yeah, I can hear the clock. It's just ticking away. I can hear all the alarms going off as you get closer. Yeah, no, and I saw you the other day. You were doing some coaching, which is fantastic for the NT Yapas, and you were feeling every tackle, every run, every kick.
Very frustrating.
Yeah, it's hard for you, isn't it? Yeah.
I've said to Andre, I don't know how you do this job.
Yeah, Andre being the coach of the NT Yapas and Maddie Hadjic, the coach of Hellenic here. In this round 9 match featuring two teams, as I mentioned in a precursor here at the stadium, that will feature on the 23rd of June in the final of the FNT Women's Challenge Cup, our midweek knockout version that the men have the FFA Cup, we have the Challenge Cup, and it's so good that both these teams will feature on the 23rd. So with that in mind, coaches, technical areas, players, you know, would that be in their mind at all? Or it's just this is another game we've got to get through first?
It's another game, yeah. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
You're right. Okay, fair enough. We'll see then. Fair. Okay, referees are heading out. But these two teams have raced off again, and both teams have had wins. And they come into this match in different momentums. The Yapas will be looking for 3 points today, that is for sure. Hellenic will do what they do. They will play with patience. And they have confidence. Right, ball set. Rihanna Might. The referee will look here and we'll get going. Looks to a watch. Right, round 9 match. We're underway here at Larrakia Park. Of course, we're on Larrakia country. We want to thank and acknowledge the elders, those past, present and emerging, for permission to play the beautiful game here today, and also we acknowledge their custodial rights on the land, the air and the sea. And of course, Larrakia are saltwater people, and wherever you go here in the water or on land, our First Nations have been well and truly before us. And here we have the NT Yapas on an early raid, and the youngster, Tony Henderson, on a sprint. Challenge comes in from behind. And now help from Georgia Lukau. And the ball will go the way of Hellenic. What we'll do to him is we'll just get through 5 minutes of the game and then get to your insights on how you think both teams have set up, what you think their intentions will be today, and what you would like to see from both teams. So we'll see how we go first up. Nice intervention from Rachel Henderson, wasn't it? So the armband is worn by Katarina Kitsos for the Yapas today.
Yeah, that's really good for boost her confidence. And
Yeah.
She's a leader within the team, and you know she's been playing for a long time and really stood up these last few weeks that we've had key players out. So well-deserved promotion there for Kat.
Well said. And I think, again, without checking first, but I think Hellenic have done the same. Yeah, so instead of it being around the arm of Ellie McCrillis, it's actually on the arm of Steph Trakillis in the middle. So number 5 is the captain for Hellenic today. Both have captaincy changes. Right, first one comes in. Across from Yolanda. And it's gone over everyone's head and fallen for Jasmine Anderson. And now it'll come back to Rihanna Might. It goes out to Mosca Papadakis. And got to talk about young Ashley Yano on the ball there now. Is she first to training and last to go every time? She's just so keen.
She is, and you know, she will ask me for feedback on how she's played and
Lovely.
how to improve her game.
is great, you know, and when someone wants to learn like that, it's so good for you to mentor her because, she really wants to learn. It's just great. Young Ashley Yanna down there at the moment, facing off against another youngster in Mosca Papadakis. Ranamite with one across. Hits in the back of Henderson, Tani version, goes out from Rachel version to Georgia Lukow. And Jade Archer, I'm assuming, with that blonde hair today. Yep. Looks like she's been there and had another burst of colour. Now we have an opportunity, and it comes in the form of number 7, and Yolanda Kanyai. Outside the area at the moment, goes back to Anderson. Anderson on the ball, still with the Yapas. Long green boots of Yolanda. Sees Kitsos, goes past her. Ellie McCrillis clears it away. Archer's in there. And the captain, Trakillis, calmly puts it on to this player who's really important to this football team, and that is Tom. And she'll do that all day. Press from the Yapas. This would be your normal setup when we talked about Andre, their coach. This is how we normally set the team up first.
We're sort of coming out a bit more defensive this game.
Yep.
So, just defending to start off with.
Yep. And why do you normally do that as a coach? What would be is that just cautionary to because of the side?
Yeah,
yep.
We're missing quite a few key players, and the young girls have had to step up and don't want to put too much pressure on them.
Yep.
And concede any silly goals early, so we're trying to defend this one.
Imi and Jen Briston giving us insights. Thank you, Imi. Made a lot of sense to me. And I'm thick, so well done. So the ball comes out to Tony Henderson, and she'll do a throw in here. So a cautionary approach from the Yapas in the first instance. As Imi said, a lot of key players, of which Imogen Briston is one of those, out of the side at the moment. And up against a very experienced and competent football team in the Hellenic ladies. Right, nice work from Yolanda Kanai. Coming back, you like your strikers to come back and chase the ball like that and do defensive work. Now there's a run. Ranamite. And Tony's doing the right thing, pushing her wide and to the line. And will win the ball back. That time it just went over. That's unfortunate. Good work from her though, young Tony Henderson. Did you like what she did then? You're a defender. Did the right thing?
Certainly. She's a great defender. You know, she's an attacking wing back. She's up and back. She's got the fitness, the speed, the kick. She's an all-round awesome player to have there.
Absolutely. And young to boot. So there's plenty of time for her to learn even more skills. Nice clear away by Rachel Henderson. Wants the team out. She's calling them out. Now Tony Henderson goes there. Player goes to ground. Looks like Priscilla Magado from here. Or it might be Ellis. Yeah, it's Ellis.
I was going to say that's a bit far forward for
Yeah, Priscilla.
Magado.
Yeah, exactly. So now comes to Ellis, and she'll take a left footer, and that's her favourite side. And this time it doesn't go anywhere near the goal, but it had the right compass. It was over the centre of the crossbar. Right, we've got 5 minutes on the North Crest scoreboard. Got to say thank you very much to McDonald's for bringing this live streaming to you of the Women's Premier League in 2021. It's a round 9 match, and if you just joined us, Hellenic are running from left to right on your screen, and they're up against the NT Yapas. The Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander team that is the only one playing Premier League, and how Mosca Papadakis has a run. Keeper comes out, and Taylor Kicker gets down and collects the ball. Take the casual stroll to the end of the area. In red and black today. Puts a boot to it. Trying to find Anderson. Anderson collides heavily with Daphne Shalakis. No intent. I think it's the collision on the ground that was the awkward part. I hope she's okay. She has not moved, Jasmine.
Yeah, they're calling out the trainer there.
Sharon, good to see Darren in there. Knows his business. Been having a rest this year, but now helping out the Yapas this afternoon, and very timely that he's there. He do what he normally does and sit back and have a look first. Might also works in the physiology area. But Emmy, it was back to the player. She didn't see what was coming. Went down heavily onto the ground and knocked her head when she hit the ground.
Yeah, I hope she's okay. That's a big loss for the Yapas, and I hope it's just a little
Looks like it might be a stretcher for her. She looks like she's knocked out. So the players will scramble. And then the officials will come on for a carry.
Oh, not good.
No. It was that second bounce onto the ground. It was hard. We saw it from here.
Yep.
So real concern being shown for Jasmine Anderson. Only 7 minutes of the match have progressed, and the Yapas will definitely be losing a player. By the indication so far, she may be concussed.
She's, not moving at all.
Well, the most important thing is her welfare. Now I see the raising of her left arm. That is good news. Players on both sides taking a chance to grab some water while we focus. They will be using the stretcher. So we have seen some movement, which is good. So she is alert. These stretchers break, and you can just put one half under and the other half and rejoin it under the body. Real concern being shown for young Jasmine Anderson.
Jasmine Anderson.
What did I just say? Jasmine, did I?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I'm shaking as well. Right, we just see some movement, so she's quite awake now. On this stretcher, she'll be carried from the pitch. Maddie Hadjick's gone out as well, the coach, to help from Hellenic. A number out there to carry the stretcher. Andre Camiro, also coach of Yapas, out there. A couple of security guards. And Anderson will now come from the pitch. Never want to see this.
No, not for this early in the game, and never.
So Jasmine will be taken into the medical room here under the grandstand, where she'll be observed in the first instance before the medical team heads in. But it's good to see her putting the drink bottle on her tummy, and so she's alert and awake, which was what she wasn't for some time there on the ground. Right, the game is underway. It's 10 v 11 at the moment. Henderson on the ball. You hear her exclaim, she didn't want that to go there, to Lisa McCrillis. Nice work from...
Machini?
Yes, Jenna Machini busy, number 10 already. Turns on the inside to Henderson. Won that ball just through sheer effort, did Machini. Goes back to Henderson off Ashley Yana. Yana goes across to Missop. Missop has time. It's going to go forward. Tries to find Yolanda. Now it's going to forward for Georgia Lukau. And the young number 8's on the run. She's such a great left-sided player. She's got a killer left foot. She puts it across, isn't it? Now down to Tani Henderson. Pressure's on. Kitsos in there. Collides with Martin. Martin now puts one through to Myatt. Again, Missile will control this. Yana gets in there, clears the ball away. And as far as Myatt is going to take a shot on goal, and it's going to go wide off the upright and the back post of our new goals, and will go out of play. Lights are coming on, both around the stadium and in the grandstand as the night approaches. A sub will be made now. Looks like very young players coming on. Who's that?
That is Chase Desachi.
Yep. Now she comes. I'm wearing number 14. She'll replace Jasmine Anderson. If you've just joined us, the Yapas are running from right to left on your screen. They just lost a very key player who was unfortunately carried from the field after a knock and then another knock on the ground when she hit the ground. So Jasmine Anderson had to be taken off on a stretcher. And we'll get an update on her well-being throughout this match. Right, Missob on the ball. Goes across where there's acres and time. Kitsos has place. She's now being carried down. Goes around with nice skills. Moves forward. Now gives Lukau, and Georgia's underway. And Lukau will go towards goal. Takes the shot early. A few bounces before he gets to the keeper, Kashikala. He's got the headband on today. And in green with those large white gloves. They're like welder's gloves. Now Tony Henderson. And the ball will run out of her body, so it'll be a throw-in. And Ellie McCrillis will take this. Goes back to Priscilla Magado. Magado goes back to McCrillis. Communication from a number of players. Henderson didn't commit. Stays there and then uses her body to clear that up really effectively. Now Tony Henderson moves. Tom's on her. Good pressure from Georgia Lukau. Tom gets through that. It goes to Trakillis, who puts one through to Gemma Martin on a run. Gemma's into the area now, but Missob super fast. And Yenna Ashley worked really well there. Did Ashley. And it'll come through to Talia. And Taylor Kickett will come forward. So we had nearly 14 minutes on the North Crest scoreboard. No scorers yet in this round 9 match. Imogen Briston giving us insights for the first half. Imi, what you've seen so far is what you know of both these teams. Nothing unusual yet?
Yeah, certainly. It's pretty even matched. The girls are doing good for losing somebody of Jasmine's calibre. They have to reset after such a big loss. But no, they're well and truly in this game, and hopefully it continues for the 90 minutes.
And do you see a formation change at all with the loss of Anderson?
Yeah, so...
Yeah, we'll just see at this moment anyhow. We'll just see how this goes. Lovely interception.
Had to drop back there into the midfield, and looks like Chase is playing at number 9.
So the sub's gone up into a 9 position, and to your point, Imi, we have Yolanda Kenai now in a midfield role. Now the ball comes down. And it goes out of play. Leave this for Tony Henderson, and Georgia does. 15 minutes have gone on the North Crest scoreboard. Young Tony Henderson with the ball now. No scorers yet. Round 9 match. Ball's forward, and Archer goes on a run. Magado's going to get there first. Archer gets around her, then takes the fall herself, and the ball will roll out of play. Martin puts away an early one, but Missop's up to it. Back heels, finds Kitsos. Early call from Archer. Who's she going to go to? She's going to go back to Missop, I'd say, and does. Jacintha puts one through to Tani Henderson. She was trying to get it to Archer. Stripped of the ball by Hellenic, and now they're away down on this grandstand side through Myatt, number 7. Turns the ball in, comes off Missop, off her back. Yana gets in there, and Yolanda clearing it away now after the second go. Falls for Chase Tasachi, and she's got an opportunity to move forward. And picked off by Magado. Goes to Tom with short pass on the circle. Now Henderson does the same to them. Rachel, that one is. Looks for Machini. Jenna comes in with pace. Now puts a nice ball through to Tasachi. Brings the keeper out. Comes a long way. Ball still alive. Oh, Georgia could have had it. Maybe had a shot. And it's still alive, and the keeper's well off their line. And Yolanda's going to go wide to Archer. That was a close thing there, Emmy.
Oh, very.
Right, Yolanda on the ball with those lime green boots. That's a lovely ball. That is a lovely ball. And Georgia Lukau takes a shot.
Yeah, she just needs to take it in a bit more. You know, I've been telling her to have the confidence, dribble in the box, take the keeper on.
That was a clear opportunity then, wasn't it, to do that?
Yes.
No one was really on her. She'd beaten the defender from a beautiful ball from Yolanda Canai, who's on the ball now. Been busy. Turns on the inside, goes around Trachillis. He goes again and wins that. Ellie McCrillis comes back, as she will. And retrieves the ball. Turns on the inside now, where captain will go to captain, but this time Kitsos has it for the Yapas. Oversteps, steps again, and draws a tackle from Tom. Loose one from Georgia. Nice work from Ellie McCrillis. Finds Martin. Martin looks for the run of Myatt. That was on or telegraphed a long time before it happened. Now she goes. She's got young Tani Henderson, who covers the ground well. Got back in time. Good work from them. Working in partnership, the two defenders, Missob and Henderson. Amy, you're a central defender. You know how important partnership is and communication. Saw a good example of it just then.
Yeah, definitely. She's
Young.
on her game.
Yeah.
She understands what she's doing, and she takes direction from her leaders in the back there quite well.
I love it. That is, I've got Imi with me and Siri here as well. That's just how it is sometimes. That is a classic. Right, they're with the ball now, the Blues. They're in a dangerous area. That's Lisa McCrillis, and Lisa turns, and number 12. She'll take a left footer. Now she's going to go to the right. This ball's going to come out, and Mosca Papadakis is offside on this occasion, and she'll scurry out and keep the ball, and she's going to leave it there, which is not like Mosca. No, now she's going to collect it for the side. That's the Mosca I know, and she puts the ball back. But Siri, I mean Imogen. So what you've seen so far is it's been pretty even, as you mentioned.
It has been. I think Yapas have had a few more opportunities on goals, scoring opportunities.
Yep.
Just need to take those chances when they get the shot, take the ball in and take the keeper on. You've got nothing to lose.
Good advice. And now George is one of those people that the advice is directed to. She's misplaced a pass now, and Myatt will go for a run. She's got Henderson on the inside. Missop comes in does the challenge, and again working in partnership. There's an example of it again. Tandem defending. Bit of miscommunication. Now you have to get back, and Henderson does. She puts the afterburners on number 6 because Myatt's there. Early one from Myatt, and it'll run out of play and over the goal line, where the keeper for the Yapas will collect it. And the keeper was going to go for a goalkeeper. No, it's going to go out for a corner. We missed something there. I did, anyhow.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah. So it'll come over for a corner. And Taylor Kickett will organise her players. You can hear her instructing them now, seeking Jenna Machini back in the play. She's on Ellis. Myatt's going to take it with the right boot. 20 minutes have gone in this first half. Ball comes in. It's a long, good ball. Finds Ellis's head, and it just goes over inside of the goal.
Yeah, but, unlucky there.
It was.
Shaved 10 years off my life. Going to have a few grey hairs after this, a few extras.
Yeah, no, you'll be 6. But yeah, no, nice play from Myatt and finding the head of Ellis. Ellis, obviously experienced player from interstate, played a lot of football and was in the right spot. Just heading's all about timing, and just didn't have it right on that occasion. Right, Taylor Kicker is going to play out from the back, goes to Kitsos. Kitsos puts one through the legs of Rana Myatt, gets a push in from behind, and that will be a card. I think that was in return for the nutmeg. So we'll have it now with Missop. And Jacinta.
Yeah, that's got to be the worst. I hate it when they do that to me. Yeah. I'm just like, oh.
Where's my chance? Now Kissos puts one through. It's a foot race between two very fast young players, Ellie McCrillis and Georgia Lukow. And Georgia Lukow is putting pressure on McCrillis, but Ellie will take that one and have the throw in. But it's down in the attacking third. She tries to get out of there very quickly. Goes to the recent defender in Myatt. She goes to Tom. Tom's challenged early by Archer. Archer then busy. Twin ponytails bouncing around as she goes back from player to player. This comes back from Missop. She'll go wide. Taylor Kickett has an opportunity to go down the middle, and she does to Rachel Henderson. Rachel goes across field to Jacinta Missop. Plays a lovely ball back into Archer. Archer unfortunately missed that one. And that leaves Hellenic with an opportunity. Mosca Papadakis is offside on this occasion. But those balls have to stick, don't they, Emmy? Those passes.
Oh, yeah, you've got to be on your toes. And, you know, Jade was a bit reactive there. And if she was proactive on her toes, she would have got that one and we would have been out of danger.
Yeah. So let's just see if she can recover. Number 4 in the midfield there. Young Jade Archer. Right, Rachel Henderson on the ball. Players are well and truly forward here. Big gap between her and the next player. Trying to find Yolanda. Kenai's found Lisa McCrillis. Ellis over the top and puts her face and her hands together. She's not appreciative of her own kick there. Like to see it better. Now a little 1-2 from Machini to Kenai. Kenai puts one over the top. Looking for Chase Tasachi. And Georgia Lukau gets in there. Try to left foot it down. Now the ball's going to come from Archer. Archer goes wide and Georgia Lukau will chase. Tom's there as well and just put it out of play. Cautious and conservative. And the ball will remain with the Yapas. Throws in. Well done, Ashley Yanna. She'll be loving a starting lineup shot, won't she?
Oh,
Imogen?
she is, yeah.
So enthusiastic about learning the game of football. From people like you and others, it's always good to have a good listener. She's one of those.
She is. She takes it.
Communication about listening. And Missop cleared it up. Sorry, Emma, I got in your way there. Right, Kitsos. And the captain heels it on, or back foots it. And that's going to be a blue ball, and it is. Coming up to the 25th minute mark on the Northcrest scoreboard. Thank you to Ward Keller. They are the Territory Law Firm. They are the personal and business dispute resolution experts. Ward Keller. And the number is 1-800-978-360. 1-800-978-360. Sponsors of football in 2021. Thank you to Ward Keller. And, of course, McDonald's bringing you this live streaming here on this Saturday afternoon in Darwin. It's a beautiful Saturday afternoon, evening. What a perfect night for a hens party. Oh, sorry. For a game of football. Imogen, of course, Kristen, who's helped me out in the first half. You have that to follow. A hens party.
Yeah, I'll be watching the rest of this half from my phone, terrible. Screaming.
Exactly, you will be. What's Imogen doing over the corner of the couch? Yeah, Myatt on the ball. Puts one down, and Gemma Martin on the run. And the little number 4. Try to get past Missop, and Missop clears it up with urgency. Well played from Jacintha. Now it's up to Henderson, back to Kat, gets the call back from Rachel. And Rachel will take the ball on the left, then to her right. She's going to push it across to a central defend partner in Missop. Missop puts one through to the Kitsos. And Kat let it slip through on the way to Georgia Lukau. I think that was deliberate. Myatt showing some skills and vision. But good positional play from Yolanda. And she powers through the middle. Then puts the ball through, but Ellis is up to it. Needed to be because it was a run then. Both teams probing, trying to find a way through. Very even, Imogen, very even.
It is, yes, and I'm very impressed with the way the Yapas have come out today. They're doing actually very good. These young girls are all standing up and, owning their positions,
Yes, well put. And here goes one of those youngsters in Georgia Lukau on the left-hand side. She turns again, shows some lovely skills. You need to with Ellie. She'll keep coming at you, the number 13. And that's a lovely personal battle between those two. What great football from both. Corner result for the NT Yapas. And Yolanda will take the initiative. She heads down there to collect the ball. She'll put a right footer in. 26 and a half minutes on the scoreboard. No scorer's result as yet. And Imogen Briston giving us some insights throughout this game. Currently injured. Plays in the central defence for the NT Yapas. And there's a nervous wreck on the coach's bench. Right, ball comes bouncing away. Steph Trakillis will fall at her feet. Goes up to Papadakis. And Papadakis and Jenna Machini come together, and Papadakis will win that little battle. Throw-in will be the result. Goes to Tom. Tom probably touches the ball more than any Hellenic player. Nice work from Yana. Needs to win again. They've got to get back. Does so. Good pressure on Martin. Puts one over the top. And Jacinta Misop and Kitsos there, and it's Kitsos who does the clear away. Conservative, but effective over on the Northcrest scoreboard side. Thank you to Steel Lines for service over and above in the steel game, and NTF. They are the construction supply specialists, your local construction supplier, NTF. And Steel Line, great supporters of football, have been now for a number of years. This one needs to be challenged early, and it is by Henderson. Misop again. Defending in partnerships. Nice work from Jenna. Puts pressure on Ellis as well. Well played. The Yapas are up for this. They're running from right to left on your screen in their traditional Aboriginal designed kit. And they're now in their attacking half. So let's see what offensive play they can bring here. Right, that ball's going to find Jade Archer. McCrillis is in there. Tony Henderson, nice play back. There's real poise and patience there. Except for Tom getting in the way. That's again, good play. Good football from both sides. No one's getting the upper hand without a counter effort. You mentioned the word before, reacting. There's a lot of that.
Yeah.
Because everyone's determined to keep their side in the front. And then McCrillis will have the throw in. Slips through Tom. Tani goes back to Misob. Misob sends one downfield looking for Kitsos. And Katarina will take this and just show her skills. And she wins a throw in. Oh no, she didn't. Okay, goes the other way for the Blues. What would I know? So Ellie McCrillis throws in, goes across field to Trakillis. Archer comes through very quickly and wins that. Tasachi now has an opportunity to go to Machini. She goes that direction. Archer's on the chase. It'll make Kashikala, the keeper from Hellenic, come out and just calmly play it to Shalakis. But then she's stripped of the ball by a Machini-Archer combination. Oh. And that ball's gone into, I hope it's not the face. It looks like it's just been into the body of Jenna Machini, and it's off an Ellis left footer. So it'll have some sting to it. She's like you, mate. When she connects on the ball. Ellis. So we come up to the 30-minute mark. Imogen, what are you seeing? What would you like to see more of from the Yapas?
Oh, just more attacking together. We seem to get it up there and then not many options. Yep. We need to attack together, move forward.
I think you said a really good point before too about taking your opportunities, because you're playing Hellenic, you have to take them because they have the potential to score a goal at any time. So you need to get them. Here's Yolanda, who's been really busy and compact in that midfield. She's had presence. Martin now onto Might. They'll go behind Might. That's good for the Yapas. It gives Henderson a chance to get back, and she does that. Hands in the back. Assistant referee saw that, and the ball will go out of play. All right, Missob with a restart. 31 minutes and about 20 seconds past. Local time's about 20 to 7. It's a beautiful time of the evening as we transfer from day into night. Sun's doing what it always does here in the Northern Territory, putting on a spectacular show at sunset behind us here in the grandstand. But in the middle of the pitch here, McCrillis feeds one through to Papadakis. Yana's in there. Good work from her. Now comes back to McCrillis, and Lisa will turn on the right. Slips over the ball on this occasion, and Henderson clears it away. Shalakis on it. Now it's a chance for Chase Tasachi. And the young Chase will watch that ball come off a Magado pass to the keeper. Needs to put some pressure on the keeper. Keeper got away too easy then. He got it to Ellis. Archer in there again. Good play. Drakillis calmly plays it back. Little 1-2 with her and Chalakis. Now Papadakis moves in, but Yana's there again. Ashley's doing everything she can.
Yeah, she doesn't give up.
No. She's enjoying her right back role today in the starting lineup. Ashley Yana. Now, Yolanda Kenai making progress down the middle. Number 7 goes to the captain today in Kitsos. Katerina scoots through down the middle. Martin stays with her. Katerina still has the ball. Trying to thread that through to Jenna Machini, but can't get past Daphne Shalakis. Tom. And a pass through. This is dangerous. Keeper's come forward. Myatt's on the run and onside. Keeper comes out and it'll go through her legs and into goal. So we have a goal. It's on the 33rd minute. And it's one from Rihanna Myatt. Ball just scooted through and off a Tom pass. And she had the pace and the time to make it effective. So on the scoreboard for Northcrest goes the Hellenic, and the name of the player is Rihanna Myatt. Number 7. That's a goal against the flow of the game. But that's what can happen. That's why you're saying, Image, you've got to take your chances at the other end. Right, ball goes across from Henderson to Yolanda. Yolanda turns with a left foot. Bit of a no-look pass, but it's into an area that's dangerous because Georgia Lickau will do the hard work, and this occasion Georgia just lets it skip away from her. Her first touch eludes her, and the ball comes into play. Through a throw-in. So your message as a senior player to the Yapas when you're down in 1 goal, what would that message be? Emmy?
You've just got to not drop your head and keep going. It's, a 90-minute game, and there's going to be plenty more goals to come for this game, so just keep your head up.
And there are a lot of young kids out there today, as Imogen Bristol was telling us. There's some key players out, and the kids are getting a go. And they've really done well in this first 34 minutes. Senior player, captain, Trikilis on the ball. Steph goes across and puts a left footer looking for Papadakis. Interception by Yana was a good one. Ball's come back through Shalakis, and will just come down to the keeper for the NT Yapas, who will take the ball at the very last moment and does so. Puts a right boot to it. Ball bounces and is picked up by Ellis. Yolanda goes back to Georgia Lickau, goes to Kitsos. Kitsos sees the run, goes out to Machini. Jenna with a lovely dummy and run. Now look at her scoot down that right side. Lovely athlete. She moves into goal on her left foot. She'll take a shot. Georgia Lickau, Chase Tasachi watches it go past her. Now she needs to move across and put some pressure on Ellie McCullough. She's doing that now. Well done, and she wins the ball back for her side by doing that. Those efforts, the second efforts, are so important, Emmy.
Oh, that is. It's, you're going to make mistakes, but it's what you do after it is what counts.
Bit of wisdom there for sure. Now it comes back to Mike. Well done, Yolanda Kenai, not allowing that ball to come past her. She's determined. Keep it in the attacking third for the Yapas. They're down 1-0. It's 36 minutes about to roll over on the Northcrest scoreboard. Thank you to McDonald's for this live streaming. Thank you to the Ward Keller, the Territory Law Firm. They are the business and personal dispute resolution team. Ward Keller. Right, Archer has a chance to collect the ball there. It skips past her. Now there's a chance for Dasachi. Archer's in there again, pressing. That's good because Kitsos gets it and she'll have a shot from there. That's just getting a compass right. That'll come round. This occasion, both her hands on her hips, head raised to the sky. But didn't realise she had that much time, I don't think. There was no one really on her, Amy. She could have, like you said, gone a little bit closer.
Yeah, maybe just a bit more talking from her senior players in the back line. But
to let her know.
It's good. Shots on goals, that's what we want to see. So keep it up, Kat.
Agreed. Ellis will do a left footer. Finds Tom. And Henderson's in there. Rachel. Yana. Good work. Made sure that Tom did not progress downfield. There'll be a throw in for the Blues. Only around 7 minutes of regulation time to go. There will be some time added because of the serious injury to, and we hope not too serious, but it required a stretchering off for Jasmine Anderson in a very early part of the game. And the Yapas have made that change with young Chase Tasachi on there now. Now, Jade Archer in there. Kicks away. Really a kick and hope. There's no one there. Again, a little bit more patience from Jade is required. Shalakis puts one in. Yolanda Kanai saying lovely skills. Puts a short ball to her captain. The captain goes across to Georgia Lukau. She goes back to Misob. Misob will turn. Push one wide. Yana. Really tight corridor there and just couldn't keep it in. This is the round 9 match of the Women's Premier League here in Darwin. Thank you for joining us. Whatever screens you're watching on, we thank you for your support. This is FNT TV, and also the FFA digital channels. You can see this around the territory, around the country. I hope you're enjoying this Women's Premier League presentation on this Saturday night and a beautiful Darwin evening. This will be a goal kick restart. Let's see the referee. No, it's going to be a corner. Well, there's two options and pick one. I'm not going to go and buy a lottery ticket in this camp. Seriously. Everyone I've picked wrong. That's a corner again. So, unless I'm misseeing something, just not picking them. Right, Might. Is it Might? Yes, it is. Ellis at the back, dangerously. Georgia needs to stay with her. You see what she can do if the header comes. Now Georgia's on her. Might comes in. It's going towards Ellis. It'll go over Ellis. He ducks. Pressure from Georgia Lukau. Ellis will go towards the goal line, try and use it and get a corner here. Knowing out and she does play it back in. Loose ball, needs to be pulled down. Now it comes for cleared away. Now only far as Steph Trakillis. And she'll have a shot from distance, which is where you want the shots to come from, further out from goal. So well played by the NT Yapas defence. Was jumbled at time, but effective. So your message at half-time, Coach, when they go into the sheds for the NT Yapas?
Oh,
what would you say to them after 40 minutes?
From up here, it looks like we've got Georgia and Chase attacking.
Yep.
And then, there's acreages between the midfield and them. We're booting the ball up and expecting them to put it in the back of the net, and it's not going to happen. So be patient.
Yep. And you want the midfield together, moving forward and the defense? You want to play a higher line,
together,
I guess?
Defend together.
Yep.
And just be patient. Move the ball around. Don't panic. One goal down, that's nothing.
Yep. All right, so the advice is to get patience into your play and narrow those gaps between the midfield and central striking. And that's exactly what you got at the moment. They're playing a very high line on this throw. The NT Yapas. Yana throws in. It's a long throw. That's a good long throw. Someone needs to get onto it to take the benefit from that throw. And Machini's in there. Now it's come for Yolanda. Kanyai puts one across. It's come off a ricochet. Now Shalakis will clear it away. Finds Tom, who had space. Henderson didn't commit too early. She'll stay with Myatt. Papadakis on a run. She's offside. So 41 and a half minutes. On the North Crest scoreboard. Thank you to McDonald's for this live streaming. Ward Keller, the Territory Law Firm. And, of course, the Northern Territory Government for their sponsorship and support of the women's game in the NT. Misob. Lovely ball down the top. Hits young Chase in the back. Falls for Georgia Lukau, who'll go towards the grandstand sideline. Now she turns, puts the ball in, comes off Priscilla Magado, off her head, in fact. Now she's on the ball. Good pressure from Georgia. Can't keep it on this occasion, but second and third effort from the young player, number 8 for the Yapas. They're a goal down with a Myatt goal. Now Henderson has it. Kitsos goes across field, and Lisa McCrillis will pick it up and run through the middle. Dangerous. Puts a lovely ball out to Papadakis. She goes to ground, and that was a very dangerous situation diffused by the slip and the work of Missop.
Yeah, great work, Senna. She's ever reliable back there.
Isn't she? Good word for her. Reliable. It's the middle name. Tony Henderson's getting a call. Archer makes the run. It's got Kitsos as well. She goes downfield. Will come back through a header. Now into the midfield where Trakillis will put a pass across. Chase Archie has a chance to go through. Archer joins in. Good work from Jade, and she'll chase this ball through and put pressure on the keeper. Well done. And the keeper did well as well. Calmly play that out. Tom goes across. Lisa McCrillis threads one through, and Mosca's well and truly offside. So coming up to 43 and a half minutes, only a minute and a half of regulation time left. Not sure what time added there'll be. As I said, there was a very lengthy stay of the game's proceedings with the injury to Jasmine Anderson. Missop on the ball. Short one to Kitsos. All on the ground. Lovely pass. Found the target with ease. The target takes off. And it's a cross and a shot. We'll call that a rot. And it sort of went not intended. So it'll be collected by Kashikala. And she'll come back and place the ball. Katerina Kitsos with the armband for the captain today. And she's patrolling the midfield, as is Yolanda Kanai and Jade Archer. For the NT Yapas, on the other side, we have Lisa McCrillis, Tom, and Trickolas. Tony Henderson comes into view, number 6. Throws in. Archer now with a interception that now got back by Ellie McCrillis. Good strong tackle from Yolanda Kanai. Kitsos on the ball. Goes across field trying to find Jenna Machini. Good tackle. Got nice little personal battle between Daphne Shalakis and Jenna Machini. Over on the top of your screen. Tani Henderson in there might, and Tani will win that one. Throw in early. Tom gets a header to it, trying to find Myatt. Myatt will get it. Try and push around Tani Henderson, and she goes over the sideline. And just another miss-up in there. Comes again. Puts the ball down. Want some reaction from her players. There'll be 2 minutes of time added on. Kashikala with the right boot. There will be 2 minutes of time added on, just 2. This one will go past all the defenders and head down towards the keeper. And the Yapas keeper will now collect the ball. Needs some support. Goes there now with a good strong right boot. Beats 2 players. Still in play around the halfway line. Archer in with an early tackle on Lisa McCrillis. Jenna Machini busy. Lovely work from Jenna. Now she heads off again. She turns around Ellis. Turns in Ellis, does it. Nice work. She needs some help. Ellis again. This time she beats Trakillis. Lovely work from Jenna. Henderson goes back to her. And Chalakis comes in with a strong tackle. Yana brings it in. Goes to Rachel Henderson. We're into 2 minutes of time added on. This ball's going to fall, unfortunately for the Yapas, to Tom. Tom will push around. Keeper comes out. And it'll be pushed back towards goal. Good work from Missob. But then the goal comes. And Myatt has a second. And Hellenic have as well. That's a killer goal right that time, Emmy, right? Just on the half time, isn't it?
That's terrible.
Yeah, that's a really hard one to swallow that.
Very
Yes, I can see
disheartening.
it. Your whole body, you can see it. It's not what you say. It's just, I felt it straight away, mate. I know. As I say, I share your feelings on that. And there goes the whistle. That is just so awkward. So the Yapas will go and see their coach, Andre Camiro, and they're 2-0 down. And Hellenic will make their way to the bench 2-0 up, of course. This is a round 9 match. And Imogen Briston has to leave us. Thank you, Emmy, for giving us 45 minutes. Safe trip out to Palmerston.
Yep, thank you.
Have a good night.
And good luck. Let's go Yapas.
Yep, well done. Thank you. Well, it's half time here in the game between the NT Yapas and Hellenic. Hellenic have a 2-0 advantage. Really what I wanted to say was that Jasmine Anderson, who was seriously injured in the beginning of this first half, hit the ground with a really heavy thud. She's in the ambulance downstairs at the moment. They've got a neck brace on her. She's bleeding from the mouth, and the paramedics are very concerned for her, so they're taking her in the ambulance to the hospital. Jazzy, we're all thinking of you. We hope you come out of this absolutely perfectly well, and we'll keep you abreast in the second half as any developments as Jasmine Anderson, who's had to leave the pitch, heads off to the hospital shortly. For the rest of the game, we'll have a change then, of course, which young Chase Desachi came on for the Yapas, and then there was a very late goal, a goal right in the dying embers of that first half, which was a killer for the club, so they've now had to regroup. We'll see what their coach, Andre Camiro, has in the second half for us. Of course, Matt Hadjic will have his team ready as well. Hellenic are always ready. They'll come out for the second half. Currently, they have a 2-0 advantage over the NT Yapas. We'll be back with the second half shortly. Well, we're back in the second half, and in this live stream we've had a couple of subs already. Lovely shot from Yolanda Kanai from distance. The Yapas are coming at Hellenic early in the first 28 seconds of this match. Second half of this match, sorry, and they're down 2-0. They have to. Substitutions, we had Margie Sigacole come on for the Yapas. You can also see Sophie McCrillis and Mary Coombe out there as well for Hellenic. I'll just scan across and see if there's been any other subs. But I definitely can see Mary Coombe out there in the back four. So Priscilla Magado has come from the pitch, I think, and Ellis is still there. Yeah, that's right. And, of course, Sophia McCrillis will go forward where she's ever present and dangerous. Myde, who has 2 goals, is on the corner at the moment. And Margie Sigacole, number 11 for the Yapas, is out there. She's in the midfield. I think that's the only change I can see from here. That ball goes through all the bodies and to the far side of the field where a very busy Sophia McCrillis picks up already, tackled by Yana, then puts the ball back to Tom. Tom's challenged by Sigacole, and the ball will come away where Gemma Martin will go wide to Wyatt back to Martin. And Martin takes a shot, which hits the left upright of the goal, but goes out of play and over the goal line. Yeah, update on Yasmin Anderson too. As I said in the half-time there, she has been quite unwell, has her head hurting considerably. She did go out unconscious for a moment there or two when she hit the ground, and she hit with such force and ferocity. It was just her head and the ground. The rest of the body followed later after the tackle. And now she's in the care of the paramedics, and will be heading to Darwin Hospital shortly. Jasmine Anderson from the Yapas, injured in the first half. Ball's bouncing around. Now comes to Myatt. Good tackle from Tony Henderson. On this Saturday evening, it's around 7:15 in the round 9 match of the Women's Premier League. Thank you for joining us, wherever that may and whatever screens you may be watching on. Thank you to McDonald's for their support of the live streaming and support of all women's and girls football in the Northern Territory. Good battle between Ellie McCrillis and Georgia Lukow continues in the second half. Tony Henderson in there. Rachel, her sister, takes the ball and puts it back to Georgia Lukow. Shows that lovely skill she's got. Now she'll head downfield. Beats 2 Hellenic players then, but no one really to give it to. So after that initial burst from the Yapas, it's all been down in their defensive half at this stage. Jenna Machini scurrying across the midfield, finding Yolanda Canai. There's a little tag team between Tequilas and Tom. Georgia turns one on the inside to Sigacole. She goes back to Henderson. Henderson puts an early one into Kissos. Cleared away with ease by Kashakala. Ellis, big left boot, but out of play up, or still in play. Not sure, out of play. Yana with the throw in. Jenna Machini on a run. Ellis will shadow it to the sideline and, goal line, and then turn it inside to Shalakas, and they'll try and get a goal kick out of there. Even better, a throw in further upfield, and they've done that. Ashley Yana with her first starting lineup. I could be wrong. The young right back here with the ball now. Can throw a long ball when she wants to, and does again on that occasion. It's a good 25 metres. Sigacole has a chance here to take advantage of that throw, but Ellis wins the ball. Tom on a scurry. And a lovely ball through to Martin, who's onside. Takes the shot, and Taylor kick it. Down low, grabs the ball with the hands, makes one's bounce and comes to the area and puts a right boot to it. And Daphne Shalakas with a incredibly strong header, as Daphne does. And she's going to head downfield to the throw, and she does now. Tom, it's a rare one from her. And out of play. And Jenna Machini showing some lovely skills, and the football at her feet, she's so fast. Now Chase Tasachi has a chance. Coombe inside her. Goes back to Kashakala, the keeper, and pressure makes Kashakala put it out over on the grandstand side with only a gain of around 15 metres. So the Yapas can press here if they can. You'll see the ambulance leaving the ground in the shot now, carrying Jasmine Anderson. Now McCrillis, she's offside on this occasion. Bit of kick and hope. Coombe will clear up. Henderson. Tony Henderson with a good intervention. Goes again, does Tony. Ball comes away for Sikakol. Trakillis is in there. Now Coombe. And now Georgia Lukau in a constant battle with number 13 from Hellenic, Ellie McCrillis. It's been a great individual contest, those two. 54.5 minutes on the Northcrest scoreboard. This is a round 9 match for the Women's Premier League. And Hellenic have a 2-0 advantage. They're running from right to left on your screen. Rachel Henderson in with a definitive right boot. Only as far as another header from Daphne Shalakis. And yet another. This one will run out of play. So the young number 23, left back, will head back to her position. And equally young Jenna Machini with the throw-in. Number 10. Missile onto that so quickly. And Jacintha will run away with it. Might will chase her, but Jacintha is so quick. Sigakol. Martin's onside. She comes out. The keeper, I mean. Martin goes around there, but Henderson's just equally fast and skips away and puts the ball over the goal line for a corner. Great work, Tony Henderson. Martin was committed, as was the keeper. And Taylor Kickett came out. Martin continued on, but Henderson came through and collected the ball and put it over the line. Ball comes in now. Beats Ellis. And a shot from Martin that's collected now by Taylor Kickett. Talia bunts a couple of bounces and puts the right boot to it. Sophie McCrillis. Nice defensive work from Yolanda Canai. Off Tony Henderson out to Georgia Lukau, and that battle continues with Ellie McCrillis. And Tony in there with some solid work. And that'll go cross goal, across 3 or 4 players, and then over the grandstand side. Thank you to McDonald's for their sponsorship of women's football in 2021 and beyond, and also for bringing the live streaming of this Women's Premier League game. It's around 9. 2-0 advantage, 2 goals in the first half to Hellenic. And one right, literally with 10 seconds to go in the match. First half, sorry, which was a difficult one for the Yapas to contend with. But they are at the moment. They've kept them, Hellenic, out of the goal so far and had an opportunity themselves. There's a shot from distance from Tom. It'll be a corner. Deflection off a Yapas player somewhere in there. Looking for a football. Daphne's heading to the PTM group sign to collect one. Seem to be missing a few footballs on this Saturday evening. Local time coming up to 7:30. Women's Premier League round 9 match. Second match of the round. There'll be another one tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Where the conditions will be a little warmer than they are now. Nice ball in. Headed away well by the defenders. I think it was Rachel Henderson onto that one. And now Yolanda Kanai getting in there. Georgia Lukau moving forward. Cleaned up by Trakillis. Sigacole has it. Pushed away by Kanai. Daphne Shalakis across field after good pressure from number 14, Chase Tasachi. And Lisa McCrillis goes out to, looks like Ellie McCrillis. Yes, it is. So Talia will collect, the keeper for the Yapas. A reminder of the words of Imogen Briston in the first half, where she was giving some insights about just a bit more patience from the Yapas and passing the ball and getting some rhythm going. And they have in parts in this second half, but now defending really earnestly. Keep the blue and whites away. Now Georgia Lukau has a chance to put the attack on, and she goes around. Trakillis takes off. Trillis comes back at her, and Georgia continues with the ball. The young player. Now she turns around looking for a run from somebody. It's almost in hope. And Annie Coombe will collect another youngster, and Mary Coombe. Even the speed of Sophia McCrillis couldn't bring that in. 61.5 minutes on the Northcrest scoreboard. 2-0 advantage, still to the blue and whites, and that was all first half. As yet, hasn't really been a shot in anger at either end. So young Georgia Lukau coming from the pitch after a really good 62 minutes as the clock came over almost on cue for Georgia to leave. The young number 8, left-sided player. And Tiana Russell, number 3, will go over into play. Nice work from Yolanda. Kanai's been busy and really effective in that midfield, the number 7, as is this person. The lady number 8, Fatima Tom, has been really good. As she is each week for Hellenic, would touch the ball more than anyone else in that side. 99.9% of those touches are the betterment of her football team. Both these teams will feature on June 23 in the final of the FNT Women's Challenge Cup. It's knockout football, and we're now down to the 2 finalists, and they're out in front of us at the moment, but it'll be a very different game on the 23rd of June. And the ball will go harmlessly out of play after the tangle of players, and a goal kick will result. And a substitute this time, Matt Hatchick again making a change. This time he's bringing off Lisa McCrillis and replacing her with her sister Joanna McCrillis. So there would be some changes, I think, in terms of the formation. Joanna is a natural right back, and that's where she's headed. So Ellie McCrillis will move up into that naturally midfield position that Lisa McCrillis was just occupying. Ashley Yanna, Sigakol. The ball's going to skip over, but Jacinta will claim it. Lovely ball from Jacinta. Great effort and determination. What a player and a person of such good character. Ball comes back. And this time it's a pass on to Myatt. Myatt turns on the inside. They need a blocker, and they have. Goes out to Ellie McCrillis, who does the hard work again. Kept in by Rachel Henderson. So a throw-in will result. Yes, it is. And Joanna McCrillis' first effort after coming on will be to throw in. It's a goal kick. And the 65.5 minutes about to roll over. On this Saturday night, it's just gone past 7:30 local time. FNT's TV's presentation, live streaming of the Women's Premier League Round 9 match. Bit of communication required there. Now they're onto it. Henderson goes wider to assist her. And Tania Russell's over there as well. And 2 subs, Joanna McCrillis and Russell at the ball then. And Tiani Russell wearing number 3, and Joanna McCrillis number 3 as well. On the Northcrest scoreboard, it's just rolled over 66 minutes. I want to thank Ward Keller, the Territory Law Firm, for their sponsorship of the women's game. As the assistant referee hops over the fence to collect the ball. Thank you, AR. So yeah, Ward Keller, the Territory Law Firm. They are the personal and business dispute resolution team. The number is 1-800-978-360. 1-800-978-360. Nice work from McCrillis, and unleashes a cousin. Hands and bodies everywhere there in that tangle. Missop standing her ground. So is Ellie McCrillis. Henderson back, Tani version, that is, to help out. Myatt gets in there and gets a ball away and collected on the second attempt by Talia Taylor Kickett. The keeper for the NT Yapas. Talia gets a right boot to it. Goes towards Jenna Machini, and Daphne Shalakis in with a header again. Good tackle from Russell. Good pressure from Machini in tandem with Desachi. but Kashikala able to manage it. And Hellenic still have possession. They're running from right to left on your screens. They have a 2-0 advantage if you've just joined us. They are the current premiers and champions in the women's game. And they're up against the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander team, the NT Yapas, a reconciliation team in words and action. Nice work from Tani Henderson. Now Russell onto Canai. Big left boot forward, but Mary Coombe has it. Turns it back in. There's going to be Sigacole a chance to get it, but no. Number 13's there before her, and that's Ellie McCrillis for Hellenic. Mired across field with a good interception there by the keeper. Got her hands out to it and brought it down after one bounce, and then used all of her area to get the ball underway again. And just didn't fall for the Yapas on that occasion. But good work from Tali, the keeper. Watch the ball all the way through to her hands. She did just then. Mary Coombe heads back, and Kashikala needs to have some pressure put on her. That comes in the form of young Chase. It's a ball through that had to come. And now Jenna Machini has a chance. Daphne Shalakis is with her. That battle is a lovely one. That's a good ball from Sigacole. Yolanda Kenai showing some absolute determination there to keep the ball, and it's been pushed away by Mary Coombe, but initial work from number 7 for the Yapas was strong and dedicated to the cause. We have Jenna Machini down at the moment. Referee's not looking. Now has seen it slowly. Now seen it. So the game will come to a pause where we check on the well-being of Jenna. She looks in a bit of distress, the young player. And the sports trainer will come out, Darren. As I said, good to see Darren again. Been having a little break from football and never having a break from helping people, though. Players from both sides will make their way to the technical area to get a chance for some water. Jenna's still on the ground now. She's rolled up almost and now back again. So she's obviously in some distress. Had enough injuries for one night. Darren working on her, the sports trainer. Jenna Machini's the player down. She's still on her back. 71st and 30 seconds rolling around on that Northcrest scoreboard. 2-0 advantage to Hellenic. Pause in the game now while we check on the welfare of the young player. I don't think Jenna will be continuing given the amount of concern being shown by a number of players as well as the sports trainer for the NT Yapas, Darren. Fingers crossed she's okay. Young Jenna's up now. She's been moving so freely tonight. Suffers from asthma and she really puts her body on the line. So Jenna will make her way where there will be a substitution. She's in a bit of pain. She's had some trouble if it's the same knee. She's done some more damage to it. Jade Archer goes out to meet with her. So a sub will be made by the NT Yapas shortly. And it's number 5 who will be coming on. I assume that's Louise Archer. So Louise will have to wait now. The play's underway. She's there ready to go now, but the referee's called the play on to the disadvantage of the injured team. Are they going to do it now? Yes, they are. Assistant referee comes up to take the substitution slip. And the placement is number 5. Louise Archer. Louise got a goal midweek in the FNT Challenge Cup semi-final against Palmerston Rovers women's team. So exciting for the young number 5. She is the youngest out there. So excited when she got a goal. Martin on it. She's got an opportunity to go to right, favoured right foot. Now she does take it. Taylor kick it. Keeps it away. Used her foot in the first instance and now collects it with her hands. And successfully brings that challenge to an end and has the ball in her hands. Does a one bounce and moves forward. Rolls a little one to Rachel Henderson. 74.5 minute mark and Rachel goes wide to Chase Tasachi. She puts it back in. There's a collision of bodies and Daphne Shalakis strongly in there. Chase comes back. Yana goes around. Martin comes past. Referee sees an indiscretion. We'll bring it up as the 75th mark of this round 9 match in the Women's Premier League. It's the NT Yapas taking on Hellenic. The Yapas are running from left to right on your screen. We're going to have a sub here where Ellis is coming from the pitch and Georgia Halkitis will go on. Ellis, the good 75 minutes. So Georgia will go on and like for like, I think she'll go into a central defensive role, maybe the midfield. No, she's going to go to the midfield and Tom's going to come back to the central defence. So Georgia will go into the centre of the midfield, wearing number 16. Daphne Shalakis on the ball, which is great for the youngster. Good confidence boost for her. Takes corners now, these sort of set shots. Takes a slip. The ball was a dangerous one. It was in that area. She's up now and the keeper has the ball and Talia will do a bounce and run up in the left hand, put it into a right and then pick it out and throws her head in a smile because it's come off the boot a little. That's okay. It's out of play where it needs to be. All right, Hellenic get a restart. Both these teams will feature on June 23. Put that in your calendar, please. That is the final of the very first FNT Women's Challenge Cup. Midweek Knockout Cup. Quite a strong cash incentive. The players don't need that. They just love playing football. But there is the winner's check is a good one, as there is personal performance rewards as well. For the keeper and the on-fielders. Keepers and the on-fielders. Martin moving through. McCrillis toes one through to Myatt. Myatt's got Kenai to deal with. Russell goes across and puts a bit of pressure on Joanna McCrillis. Strong tackle from Joanna McCrillis. She returns the ball off her captain. Gets one on the inside where Missop will clean up for the Yapas and does so. Ball still in play with Russell will collect it. Tony Russell. There's the Tony Henderson. And that's gone out of play. So we'll come back through a throw-in. And Taylor kick it in there with a clear away. Looks like we're going to have a another substitution. And on will come Anita Price. And Anita's on. Ball still alive. Georgia got a header in. Alcides. Yeah, it's still there. Krillis cleans up from around the back and takes a shot through players and collected with ease and confidence by Taylor Kiggett. She puts a short one through to Rachel Henderson. Rachel puts a longer ball through to Russell. Well directed. Russell goes out to Tony Henderson, but puts it behind Henderson on that occasion. Now Sigurkol has an opportunity. Just going to find a Yapas player, though. Chase in there. Sorry. Louise Archer in there being busy. Number 5, a little sub. And a shot from Georgia that will go wide. From a Krillis pass. Only 9 minutes of time in the regulation period to go. 2-0 advantage. There's been no goals, no real threat at either end since half-time. Been a very compact game. Been played probably more in the Yapas half than it has in the Hellenics. But no goal as a result at either end. You'd have to say the Hellenic had probably more chances. And young Ashiana has gone down. Hope she's okay. Anna Day showing concern from the opposite bench. Thank you, Anna. And Darren now in there. He's been dealing with Jenna Machini in the technical area. Now he's out on the field again for another downed Yapas player. There's been quite a few tonight. Of course, we'll find out what's happening with Jasmine Anderson, who had to go to Darwin Hospital after that heavy collision and head knock in the ground. Yeah, it's looks like it's an asthma. Just controlling her breathing, it looks like. So Darren, the sports trainer for the NT Yapas, working on Ashley Yanna here. Ashley's been really strong in this left back position. for the NT Yapas. Such an enthusiastic young lady, willing to learn, and just so proud to be in the NT Yapas side. But concern still being shown for her. They're already without key players, and she's wiping her face. Some tears there from the pain. Now she's up and she's in distress, the poor thing. She's come from the field. Darren's staying with her, and they'll have to get another sub ready. The Yapas have had a truly awful night in terms of injuries to players. Meanwhile, at the other end, and play continues. And they made indication of a sub coming. Maybe they've run out of subs. Can't see from here. Now it comes across to Martin. And Jenna goes back, looking for Sophia McCrillis. Sigurcole gets in there. Now it comes just into Missob. And that'll be collected by Russell, but Russell lost it back to Hellenic, and Price takes a shot with the left from some distance, well outside the area, and that'll miss goal and everybody. I think Ashley Yanna's going to have to come back on. And Joanna McCrillis, that little foray down, very narrow corridor on the eastern side there, the Northcrest scoreboard side. And she's won a corner for her side at the 85th minute mark. And Anita Price looks like she'll take this. She will on her left foot. Georgia Halkitis is in there, also Gemma Martin and Sophia McCrillis. That's all that's there at the moment for Hellenic. Ball comes in. It's got some nice curve on it. It's going to fall away. And Kitsos clears it with her right boot. And Price is in there again. Strong pressure and tackle on young Russell. She gets down to help her up. Yanna's back out there again after her distress from the earlier. And the lack of breath and air into the lungs. Very scary. Right. Ball's put through by Missob. Now it's a chance for Louise Archer. Head down and determined. And Tom comes across and plays the ball down to the line to Shalakis, and now Chase Tasachi in there busy as well. Off goes Louise Archer again. She's busy. Good effort, and that effort made the pass go astray. Always need to press, and she did so. This ball will come away, and it'll be a Yapas ball. So Ashley Yanna will take it. Only 4 minutes of regulation time left. The ball's come off Yapas, so will be a throw-in for the blue and white team. They have the 2 goals on the scoreboard. Thank you to Northcrest. Thank you to McDonald's for their support of women and girls football. Also Ward Keller, the Territory Law Firm. They are the personal and business dispute resolution team. They're 1-800-978-360. 1-800-978-360. It is Ward Keller, the Territory Law Firm. Northern Territory Government also a sponsor in 2021 of the women's football in Northern Territory. Right, this is going to fall for Sigurcole if she can get to it. Maybe on the second chance. Chase Tasachi goes back to Henderson. Henderson goes over the top. Tony Henderson tackled. And the battle with Ellie McCrillis continues. It's been worth the admission price, those two. On the top of your screen now. Sophia McCrillis comes out. She's so dangerous here. And she just skip it through, and there will be a goal as a result. She tends to get one every time she plays, and she did again. So she's so deceptively quick. Young Sophia McCrillis, number 10. as we approach the 88-minute mark of the round 9 match. Young Louise Archer on the ball. Louise has to wait for the whistle. Now the whistle comes, puts it over the top to... And Kenai goes forward. There's a raised ball there. It's hit Louise in the hands. She's got her hands up to her face. She didn't get a stray boot in the face. I think it was the ball. Rachel Henderson with a strong header. And the ball will roll out over the goal line. So about a minute of regulation time to go. Pardon me. We don't know what time added will be applied by the referee. Short ball out. Missob. Misdirected tackle on that occasion from Jacintha. Very rare. Martin holding her, I think it's Gemma. Yes, it is. Getting up slowly. A little bit of a awkward walk and limp. It seems to want to walk it off and looks okay. To the point that a limp looks okay. All right, Jacintha Missob is the only person in the wall at the moment. Talia Kickett, the keeper, is on the line, one arm on her hip. Sophia McCrillis out of the area. Already has a goal. Moves in. Lovely shot. Past two bodies, but into the hands of the keeper. And Talia Kickett comes out with real energy and pace and puts it downfield to the advantage of her side. So going to be 3 minutes of time added on. Well done, Yolanda. Your desperation has been noted tonight. You've been, every time there's been a chance, you've been getting in there and getting involved. Georgia Halkitis puts one through, but Tani Henderson also could be said of you, Tani. You've been trying your heart out. There'll be 3 minutes of time added on, just 3. Sophia McCrillis on the outside of the area, takes the shot from distance, finds the back of Yolanda Kenai on that occasion, and a corner will result. 3-0 advantage to the Blue and Whites. Ashley Anna will go back and give some tall timber to the defence. A lot of young players out there for the Yapas tonight. Key players were injured before the game commenced, and then there were injuries during the game. And the worst of those was Jasmine Anderson, who, as I said earlier, is in hospital. And we'll get an update on how she is. There's been a goal from Trakillis from outside the area. And there'll be a fourth one for the Blue and Whites in the dying embers of this match. Sigurcole to young Archer. Taylor kick it with a short one down to Anna. Ashley. Ashley's going to have to do some more work again. And does. Put pressure on Chalakas. Now Henderson clears it away. Ball will bounce now all the way out to Joanna McCrillis on the far side, the eastern side. And she goes close to the goal line where Yolanda Kanai comes in with a left boot and conservatively and cautiously puts it out of play, and it well and truly goes out of play. Well and truly over the line, and now a young kid's going to put it back, but that's not going to work. Need to do it again, young one. Boy or girl, can't see from here. Now it goes over the fence. Well done. Thank you, little one. There goes the whistle. And brings a close to this match here on a Saturday evening, a beautiful Saturday evening. And it is going to be a win for the current premiers and champions. Hellenic will take home a 4-0 advantage over the NT Yapas. They've been decimated by injury before the game and then obviously during the game. So they've done well, but the relentless blue and white machine continues. My name is Bruce Stauder. Thank you for joining us on this FNT TV presentation of the live streaming. And don't forget, these two teams will go again at it on the 23rd of June when the final of the FNT Women's Challenge Cup will take place. Please put that in your diary. It'll be here at Larrakia Park. We'd love to see you here for the FNT Challenge Cup final for women, which will be on the 23rd of June. On behalf of Football Northern Territory, thank you for your being part of this broadcast, and we'll see you again on Friday night at 6:30.